שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad. How wonderful it is for us to be together, brothers and sisters, families, communities. We welcome you here to our space here at Shir Shalom, wherever you are. Your space that you're in is holy. And we invite you in spiritually to your spiritual home. Cantor and I and Paul are so blessed to have you. Hope you've been enjoying this beautiful weather. And I think it's safe to say now that we're just about in summer. I know that today's summer because my kids finished school today. As soon as school finishes, I'd say that's when summer is. That's a good marker. And to all the teachers and students out there, well done. You did a great job. Welcome to the official or unofficial start of summer. How joyous. I think, I'm sure Paul and Cantor, you must have gotten outside a little bit. The weather's been pretty nice.
A little bit. The day kind of ran away from me.
Well, I think it was 85. No, it was 95 almost.
Today?
No, on Tuesday or Wednesday. And we had a little bit of a heat wave for a couple days there. Then we had the most pleasant weather. And what a wonderful way to bring in Shabbat. You can just feel the light. Sometimes Cantor and I forget to turn on the lights because it's so bright in here. And then halfway through the service, we say, what happened to it? All right, I think it's about that time now to call up our synagogue president, Bruce Korus, who's done such a marvelous job in this difficult time. And Bruce is going to offer a welcome to everyone here.
I did go for a bike ride today.
Oh, nice.
That was really nice in the morning. That was beautiful.
Apparently the bike shops are just inundated. Everyone wants to buy a new bike. There's a back
I
order.
know. We need a bike, and from what I hear, everybody's sold out.
Yeah.
We need another one.
Ours, the tires on a Sheer and my bike need to get pumped up, so we're going to have to do that. All right, let me call up Bruce, and then we'll get the announcements.
Hello, Rabbi.
Hi, Bruce. I'm going to put you right up to the mic. I think you're
Great.
good.
Excellent. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope you all had an uneventful week. Let me bring you up to date on where things stand. As you've heard, the governor is now allowing houses of worship to hold services at 25% of the room's capacity if they feel they should do that. Now, I've talked to a number of synagogue presidents in this past week, and many across the state are doing just what we're doing, which is continuing to be cautious and continuing to take it slowly. And those of you who I've spoken with or emailed with or texted with this week have been totally supportive of that. And I do appreciate your patience and understanding. Our sanctuary and our temple are not yet ready for this next step. The executive committee met this week and we discussed it at length. And I will tell you, everything we're planning or considering is with your safety in mind. Fortunately, we have the capability to do things outdoors. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you tomorrow night in our parking lot for our second drive-in Havdalah service. Quite a few of you really enjoyed the first one 2 weeks ago. Now, tomorrow night, The cantor has also added a concert / sing-along, and I know I'll be singing along. She may not want me to, but I will. She has picked some great music for that, and I know she'll be talking more about that during the service, and I'll have more details, along with a very long list of everything else coming up in the next week, later during the announcements. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, Bruce. It's really good to hear your voice, and thank you for all that you're doing for the community. I hate to tell you, Bruce, I'm going to be singing too.
Rabbi, he's right here in the chair.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. That's what I wanted to. Bruce is in our chair over here. I want to also thank, we have our first bar mitzvah indoors, Jacob Levy, and they gave me a mask. I was trying it on tonight at candle lighting. It's really, really cute. It has his bar mitzvah date and the number 13. All right, so we are going to light our candles. Before we do, let's just take a moment to center ourselves. Take time to consider the past week and breathe in the things that you want to hold on to and breathe out the things that you're ready to let go of. It's so important that we have Shabbat, and we're so grateful that it's here. Look around the room wherever you are and think about the blessings that you have in your life. To my family who's watching, I love you guys more than anything in the world, and I'm glad that you're here with me spiritually. So we're going to light our candles if you haven't already. We thank our group of candle lighters that joined us by Zoom at 6:45. Everyone is welcome to that. And we turn to page 120. We're using the Mishkan Tefillah prayer book. And if you need a copy, just contact Joanne Marcusy, or it is online. The link is on our synagogue website. So page 120. Let's bring in the Shabbat lights, bring it into your heart, and we're going to turn it over to Cantor to say the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, the candles that light our way on the Shabbat. The Kiddush is on page 123. Lift your grape juice or wine, or as Jacob prefers, Dr. Pepper. Whatever it is, your favorite, most special drink as we bless Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitchanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'yava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. L'chaim, to life. So before we turn to L'chadodi, which is on page 138 of your prayer books, I invite you, if you are on some form of social media like Facebook, where you can write Shabbat Shalom, welcome everyone that's in that space, just like we're welcoming the Shabbat bride. and we are going to be just doing the first and the first and the ninth verses. On the ninth verse, the second verse we'll be doing, you're going to rise and you're going to face your doorway, wherever it is, if you're able, and we bow as if Shabbat is entering into our spaces, and then we welcome one another into the room. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, Cantor and Paul, and welcome all of you into Shabbat. And I'm going to invite you on that note to rise for the Baruch Hu, our call to prayer, on page 146 as we bend our knee as community.
La la la.
On the top of page 147, please join with me, if you're able, in the English. There is one who sings the song of his own life, finding everything within himself. There is one who leaves the circle of herself and sings the song of her people. There is one whose voice rings with the song of humanity, hoping for the highest perfection. And there is one who rises even higher, uniting with all creatures, with all worlds, filling the universe with song, Nivarech, let us bless. And we'll turn to the holy words of the Shema, which is on page 152 and 3.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, shenkevod malchuto, leolam vaed. Baruch shenkevod malchuto, leolam vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
You may be seated as we turn to the V'ahavta, page 154.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meotecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot hayadecha v'hayu letotafot ben einecha uchtavtam המזוזות ביתך ובשברך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Join me in the English version on page 155. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God. And with that in mind, we'll turn to the Michamocha, page 158. On page 159, sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. And Cantor has added in that beautiful song on the left side of the page on 161, Let There Be Love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkivenu, L'Shalom. V'hamidenu, Shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shalom lecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, L'Shalom.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. I invite you to rise for the Amidah, the standing prayer. It begins on 164, and then Cantor will chant through 170, and then we'll continue quiet.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi akir tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, Eloyom, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, v'Kanei HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imachot, u'mevii Geula lifnei v'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. מוריד הטוב, מחלקל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, כמוך בעל גבורות ומיתו מלך מלך מביט ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה לך חיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We're going to continue with our own private prayers. Find the prayers of your hearts. You could be seated or standing, whatever you feel most comfortable. But we'll resume seated on page 178 in just a couple of minutes. It's actually page 180, 180.
עושה שלום בברמה עושה שלום בברמה הוא יעשה שלום הוא יעשה שלום הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. May the one who makes peace make peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. B'Brahma, oh, say shalom. B'Brahma, hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
Well, Cantor and Paul, I think that's really the perfect choice for this week. I think we could all use God and bequest God to bring peace to us and let it fall like rain upon the soil. times like this, where there's so much going on, we really need that extra bit of peace. So I'm going to take down my mask for a minute again to address you. And I'm so lucky. We're so lucky here to have so many of your smiling faces. It's so great just to look out, and so very encouraging to the three of us as we lead services in this very unusual way. So I wanted to talk about something happy first. My family and I, we became something I never thought we ever would be, the owner of 2 dogs. We've had dogs for a while, but we've never tried 2 of them. And over Mother's Day, I finally relented and told Ashira and the kids that, okay, I think we can have another dog. Our dog, Akiva, who's just 1 year old. She's a mix of 4 different types of dogs and weighs about 45, 50 pounds, and a herding dog, and is always running and loves other dogs. So they worked on me for about 2 months, and finally I relented. We ended up getting a boxer pup who was born in March, whose name is Nava, and we picked her up, I think, on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. So we've had her a couple days now. It's been wonderful. She's the cutest thing in the whole world, and she's been quite an addition to our family. But it's also complicated working with 2 different dogs. Todd Sugarman warned me about this, because when you have 2 dogs, then they're playing with each other, and both of them are very, very social creatures. And it's really amazing to see, because they're brand new in this world and they already know so much. It's quite incredible. But often that we'll see them interacting, kind of growling with each other, kind of playfully biting each other, rolling over, and it's really difficult to tell. How do you know when trouble is about to erupt? Or how do you know it's okay and they're just playing? And the line between playing and fighting is so thin. And you have to constantly monitor and be vigilant about it. I thought about their interactions, Nava and Achiva, this week in particular with the Torah portion, Baha'olotecha, which has to do with the lighting of the lamps. That's at the beginning of the portion. But at the end of the portion, we have a story about siblings. And we have a story about siblings that don't get along with one another. We have Moses, Miriam, and Aaron. And this is the only instance on record where they are actively fighting with one another, which either is a great sign because they got along so great despite all the things they had to go through, or it's a terrible sign because we don't know about all the other struggles. They're all hidden from view. But it finally comes out and erupts in this little tiny section at the end of the Torah portion where Miriam and Aaron, who are the older siblings, but they've really been left behind a little by their older sibling Moses. We all know Moses, and Aaron and Miriam are important in the community. They have their roles, but it's not the same as Moses. They don't get to go up Mount Sinai and talk to God directly. Can you imagine, those of you that either have siblings in your household or are a sibling, can you imagine if one of you was treated so very different, and not by just anyone, but by God? It must have caused quite a bit of tension for Miriam and Aaron. And it finally explodes in the sense that they suddenly start talking badly about Moses. And they ask Moses to them, they're really speaking to themselves, but clearly it's getting out into the community. And they ask the question, Why is Moses the only one to be able to talk to God? Why is it only Moses? Which is an excellent question. Actually, the same question that Korach is going to ask in a couple of weeks. But they add in this little dig. It's an unnecessary dig. And anyone who's had siblings knows how this goes on occasion. On occasion, when you're fighting with one another, especially younger siblings, like I have in my household, you might say the thing that you're not proud of later. And this is exactly what happens when Miriam and Aaron are speaking. And they say something that is really offensive. And it's the only time in all of Torah that we get this level of offense in this regard. They are questioning Moses' wife, Tzipporah, who happens to be from Midian, which is part of the Sinai Peninsula, and they are questioning that whether she is a Cushite. If you know anything about ancient civilizations, right below Egypt, there was a very, very powerful country, which was called Cush. And at different times, they actually controlled Egypt. So to be called a Cushite, normally you might think that was something to be proud of, but clearly it also was something that was disparaged in the community, looked down upon, possibly because of skin color. We can't ask. There's no sense of race relations. That's something that's really invented over the last couple hundred years. That's not something they would have known about in biblical times. But we get that sense, that tension that just exists and just explodes out. God instantly steps in and punishes both Miriam and Aaron. And Miriam is turned white as snow. And Aaron is forced to pray and ask Moses, who he and Miriam have wronged, for forgiveness. And we have the very famous lines, Ana elna refana la, please God, heal her. This story, which is particularly powerful today in light of what's going on in America today, really points out how tension, these fighting, like we saw with Nava and Akiva, can explode out in these unpredictable ways. And especially at times like we're living in right now, where things are really tense. There's not a lot that's under our control, and there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of things that can cause anxiety in our lives. And we here, we could exhibit this in many, many different ways. I was listening today to Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail. It's a most amazing letter. It's one of the, I think, top writings in all of American history. And there's one section that really stood out to me, where he writes, I must confess that I am not afraid of the word tension. I have earnestly opposed violent tension, but there is a type of constructive, nonviolent tension which is necessary for growth, just as Socrates felt that it was necessary to create a tension in the mind so that individuals could rise from the bondage of myths and half-truths to the unfettered realm of creative analysis and objective appraisal. So must we see the need for nonviolent gadflies to create the kind of tension in society that will help men rise from the dark depths of prejudice and racism to the majestic heights of understanding and brotherhood. When we think about that tension, it's really hard for most of us to enter into it. We want to flee it. But Martin Luther King suggests that that tension is a good tension, because that tension is what creates the environment that can lead to change. I really felt that this week on Sunday at the gathering at Martin Luther King Park. There were people of all different colors and stripes, all wearing masks, and gathered together, proclaiming that this is the time for a change. There was quite a bit of the Jewish community that had come forward as well. And it was the story from this week's Torah portion, the Ana Elna Rafana La, that sense of healing and hope that we need, that sense of bravery to go into that tension, to be okay with it, and to do the things necessary to change. And in addition to the Ana Elna Rafana La, I was thinking of some other words. First, I was thinking about words because my colleague Erwin Gelman was wearing them on him. And the words are really the words to go by at this time as we seek justice. It's the words from our Torah. Tzedek, tzedek, tirdof. Justice, justice shall we pursue. He was wearing it in a sign. That sense that we need to go beyond and find justice and make sure it happens. In a Terry Gross interview with Wes Moore this week, he had a wonderful description about what it means to pursue justice like this. He wrote, so when we're talking about this idea of how do we move forward from this, we have to understand that this collective pursuit of justice, it has to be an aggressive and intentional. It's the system-wide justice that we are now encounter. And so justice cannot just mean how are we thinking about accountability for officers, or how are we thinking about reformation of a police system? That's part of it. That's part of the justice that is being sought. But the justice that also is being sought must be economic justice. It must be health justice. It must be housing justice. It's looking at justice at every single frame, because what we've seen in these cases, we're watching all these various systems and the brokennesses of the systems then have a confluence that will have a destructive consequence on everything that takes place. The sense that you have to go out of your way. Another three words that really came to me this week from the Torah are, of course, v'ahavta l'recha kamecha, to love your neighbor as yourself. I think this is really the creed of a democratic society. Loving your neighbor is loving yourself. But it's also empathizing with someone who you may disagree with. And one of my friends, or connected people from Philadelphia, they created this beautiful new sign, V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself, and they added the black and the brown on the top of that. Thinking about these two different sayings, V'ahavta l'recha kamocha and tzedek, tzedek, tirdof, they add up to 6 words. And what is 6 words? The 6 most important words we have in our tradition. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. That's what it comes down to. When we feel this sense of tension in our society, we shouldn't just run away from it. We should be interested in it. We should figure out who we need to listen to, what we need to do to make change in society. We need to find God there. So I know for Ashir and I, as we raise these 2 little pups, we're going to continue to try to make sure that they do the right things in this world, and that the little play fighting doesn't turn into real fighting. But for the rest of us, I hope that we can find God in this. I hope that we can find the words of our tradition, and mostly, as Moses says in this Torah portion, I hope that we can find healing. Ana elna rafana la. May we, please God, heal us. Please God, heal us. So we're going to turn now to our healing prayer, and that is on page 371. I'm going to put up my mask again as I read our list of names. We're sending love and support out to Irving Atlas, Atara Ayelet, Vivian Bierkowitz, Gloria Berzone, Deborah Cohen, Peter Coyle, Kathy and Chris Crawford, Glorine Curtis, Bobby DeBruin, Sydney Ehrenreich, Don Galinsky, Cheryl and Dennis Halpin, Greg Hill, Beth Q, Marcy Leonard, Barbara Trieger Lupkin, Diane Lynch, Natasha Kokin, Carol Kozmowski, Jeffrey Howard Krebs, Robert Mordaunt Kress, Rick Mahler, Jean Messenger, Jennifer Milich, Larry Perlitz, Joni Schwartz, Carol Silverman, Barbara Shapiro, Aileen Sobransky, Laura Spire, Eleanor Weiss, Carla Weissman, Abraham Ben Moshe, Sarah Bat Chaya, Malka Bat Naftali, Kayla Bat Miriam, Miriam Friedel, Gershom Ben Mira, Tinok Ben Rivka, Levi Ben Gedalia, Gershom Ben Shlomo, and Dina Leah Bat Miriam. And we'll go around if you have other names. Those of you out there, say the names that you're thinking about as invite Cantor to lead us in the prayer. And Paul Staley.
מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say
complete healing of body and soul. And we rise, if you're able, for Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא זמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated, and we'll turn to the Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. First, just a note, we do have a memorial, online memorial for Dorothea Brooks, Dottie Brooks, a blessed memory. Many of you know her from our Saturday morning participants. She's actually a UCC minister. But there will be a memorial tomorrow at 2. There is a new link, so it will be sent out if you haven't received it already. But just take a look if you wanted to participate. It is not on Zoom. It's on an Adobe format, so just be aware of that. We're also remembering Harold Breutman, who is the uncle of Robin Adler, and Frederick Looper, the brother-in-law of Barbara and Wayne Freed. On our Shloshim list, we're remembering Philip Beckman, Belle de Bruin, Joanne Ehrlich, Arnold Edelson, Nancy Fetz, Jerry Nosnitsky, Bernice Organic, Renee Primack, Adina Weiss, and Timothy Woods. And on our yard site list from years past, we remember Mildred Barden, Harry Berman, Sylvia Burstein, Millicent Chutkow, Suzanne Cohn, Leonard Corus, Stephen Doan, Joseph Engel, Annette Favis, Edwin J. Gersman, Alan Goldberg, Frida Goldberg, William Goldberg, Helen Gurovich, Marcia Grant, Dorothea Heller, Eugene Kaplan, Sidney Letman, Daniel Levine, Sandra Lynn Lodge, Dr. Robert Mincer, Stuart Nadell, Tilly Peller, Albert A. Pierce, Marshall Raphael, Sarah Revo, Frida Rubenstein, Nathan Sweet, and Leah Wagner. I don't know, did you have any others you want to add?
Well, last week, my sister's name, Trudy Elwood, was mentioned, and the yahrzeit fell between this week and last week. And I do have some family watching, so I just want to mention her name again for this week.
Well, we welcome wherever you are. And again, so sorry, may her memory be a blessing. Cantor shared some wonderful remembrances last week. Paul, did you have anyone? Those of you whose custom it is to rise, the Mourner's Kaddish is page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah b'alma divra chirete v'yamlik malchute b'chayachon v'yamachon chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah barach leolam olmei omaya yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'rechu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush v'chata v'nechamata, damiran v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom v'yimramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yal kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, and we say, amen. Zikronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. All right, I'm going to call up Bruce Chorus here to offer our announcements.
Hello again, Rabbi.
Hi, Bruce, you're back on.
I am indeed ready to go. Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. We would like to wish Jacob Levy and his family mazel tov on his upcoming bar mitzvah. That's tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. Please join us by going to the website and clicking Watch Services Now or on our app by pressing Live Now. Special thank you to Rabbi Alex, Cantor Frank, and Paul Staley for tonight's wonderful service in honor of Shabbat. I keep talking to temple members who keep telling me, thank you so much for our Friday night live stream services. They're so meaningful to people, and they're keeping them connected to our temple in this really troubling time. So thank you to the three of you for continuing to connect with our temple members this way. Tomorrow morning, we have virtual offerings. Torah study is at 9 a.m. The Shabbat morning service is at 11. All events will be available via Zoom. The website will have our links. Rabbi mentioned the Celebration of Life Memorial for Dorothea Brooks. That is tomorrow at 2. And you said that there's a new link going out. So if you need that, contact Joanne. She can help you out. Tomorrow night, we talked about it already, but tomorrow night, please join us in person or virtually on live stream via Boxcast Facebook, or YouTube for our drive-in Havdalah service and American Songbook selections. That is at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. The service and music following will be about 45 minutes long. That's important to note because the building will remain closed, including the bathrooms. You need to RSVP to Joanne, please, by email or phone if you're coming, so we can kind of lay out the parking lot. And during the event, you will need to stay in your vehicle, and please bring a mask. It should be a lot of fun. I know I'm very much looking forward to it. Sunday meditation moment will return 7 o'clock p.m. with Dr. Yunina Foster via Zoom. Please join us. I want to say a very special thank you to everyone who supported our Shabbatas this week. We had some problems with our first Shabbatas, as you know, but we worked out the kinks. We had 2 lines on Tuesday. It moved smoothly, and we sold more chickens than we've ever sold. And 3 weeks ago, we said we've sold the most ever. We did better this week. So thank you to those of you who supported it. That is so important for us right now. Obviously, we don't have bingo. We haven't had bingo for months. And so these Shabbatas fundraisers are so important to us. So thank you for supporting it. And thank you to the volunteers. We couldn't have done it without you. We will be doing another one on Tuesday, June 30th. If you or immediate family members are graduating this spring, we would like to know. We want to send out a celebratory care package. Please let us know the name and the type of graduation, along with a picture, and they'll be featured in the next newsletter. You need to let Joanne know about that by Monday. As the Rabbi and Cantor mentioned, we are using pictures of people in the sanctuary. Thank you for placing mine in such a nice spot. That's my usual chair. So if you would like to be part of the services, send in your picture. We're putting them on the chairs so that the clergy can see you during the service. Please email your picture to Nancy in the temple office. Next Friday night, 6:45 p.m., candle lighting via Zoom, 7 o'clock p.m., Erev Shabbat service via live stream, and then a week from tomorrow night, next Saturday night, is going to be a hoot. We're going to have so much fun that night because Noah Boudin is going to return for a virtual concert. That will be Saturday, June 20th at 7 o'clock p.m. Concert will be on multiple platforms. Go to the CSS website for details. I can't wait for that. I will wear my Hawaiian shirt that night here at home in honor of Noah Boudin's concert. If you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out to myself, Rabbi Alex, Cantor Frank, or Joanne. We're here for you. Thank you again for all your patience and understanding and for taking part in all the things that we are offering. And thank you for being part of our Shir Shalom family. Have a wonderful Shabbat and stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, Bruce. Have a great night. Stay safe. Shabbat Shalom.
So one detail about tomorrow night is that instead of everybody honking their horns all at once, we came up with this idea of waving a flag, a banner, a pennant. So bring something colorful and friendly that you want to wave outside your cars in lieu of honking your horns. And I ordered 50 of these multicolored flags, and there will be someone handing them out, wearing gloves, and you can pick one and just go home with them and bring them the next time we have an outdoor event, which is going to be a lot, right? We're doing a number of them throughout the summer, and hope to see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, and I hope you'd stay tuned for Noah Boudin. Those of you that have seen him in the past, he's amazing. So that'll be on, well, we haven't figured it all out. It's going to be streamed, I guess.
Well, yeah, we have to get him access, whether we get him access to our Boxcast or just our Facebook Live or a Boxcast, and then, put it on Facebook Live too, but it will be on multiple platforms. Wonderful.
All right, I think we're near the close of the service, and we're going to Adon Olam, page 625.
Adon Olam Asher Malach V'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Malach Shemo Nikra Azai Malach Shemo Nikra V'yachavre Kiklot HaKol Levado Imloch Nora Behu
with us, and we will not be afraid. We lift up our challah, if you have it, wherever you are, and we'll say Hamotzi together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. As you came in peace, may you leave in peace. Shabbat shalom and all the blessings to you.
Shabbat shalom.